Hey everybody, it's Wolfpack, and I want to put out a quick video, real quick. Sorry for my appearance. I just came in from the woods. I've been out clearing brush on my land. I got about 2 acres in the back that I'm clearing up. Hopefully I can maybe get my wife a horse is what she wants, but anyway, we'll see about that. What I want to do today is I want to talk about two things, and I want to get some answers because I don't understand this, and it's starting to piss me off. Okay, the first thing is Mandalay Bay. Where is the news? It's just like the next day we forgot about it. We've had a lot of investigators that were going out on the YouTube and reporting, and I don't know if everybody recognizes this or not, but YouTube, for me, was the way that I kept up on current events. I didn't have to worry about going through the mainstream media. I could actually get 2 or 3 or 4 people reporting live that would show me that, what was going on from different angles and give me their input based on how they see on the ground, which gave me a pretty good idea of what was actually happening from the ground up. Now, I'm seeing now with YouTube in the Mandalay Bay and also the Texas incident is that YouTubers were only on for 1 day reporting this, and then all of a sudden there's nothing as far as their personal investigations, what they're going through in the whole 9 yards. Nothing. I have yet to see, rarely there is actually a live video anymore of current events on YouTube. You get recordings, okay, great, but I don't understand why there are live people on gaming and who flippity flop. They're doing a video on this live when we got 58 people dead, and we're reporting live crap that it don't matter. I challenge YouTubers to go out there and look at it right now. If you go, the only live videos that you will actually see are about 5. And every stinking one of them is about Trump. Okay? Now, Donald Trump, my jury's still out on him. I do support him. But I'm waiting for, him to show up and start doing what he said he's going to do. I realize Congress and justice system are in his way. But however, we've got to start getting and doing things that are putting things in motion that he said he was going to do. Enough on that. I lost a bunch of viewers right there, didn't I? But anyway, with YouTube, I don't understand that. Okay, I don't need Trump 24 hours 7. I'm sorry, I don't care what Trump says in Vietnam. Okay? I don't need you to show me a live camera of an audience waiting for Trump to appear. Okay, I would rather you do some research and do an investigation on things that actually matter. The shooting. Both shootings. Go live and do a report based on your information that you've received. Or that you can't get. YouTube has failed, or YouTubers has failed. I'm not really for sure which one, but nor used to be that YouTube was the cutting edge on bringing these stories to light. We were the ones who were asking the questions because we were discussing it on YouTube, and we saw about at least we could get 6 or 7 points. We could get 6 or 7 live broadcasts and come to a critical decision. However, on YouTube, we don't have any of that information anymore. We're making videos about Mount Vesuvius and aliens. Okay, that's good. What about 58 people killed? What about people getting killed in church? Surely, YouTubers, you have something to say on that besides how to jump over a bridge. A lot of individuals come on here because, and what I've noticed all in social media, is the issue that it's all about me. We have Facebook, we have Gab, we have Twitter, we have whatever you want to be on. And everybody goes on and posts things, but nobody's listening. Nobody reads it. These entities have become a place just to argue, not solve problems. I remember back in the day where these entities were actually used for people to start movements, to get their voice out in a group instead of an individual. Actually, people would actually get together. I don't know if you remember the Twitter bombs and all that kind of stuff on the representatives to actually come in and actually make a point and band together to say something and start a movement. On these social media entities right now, we don't have that because it's all about us. I think this. I think that. Okay, throw up our hands. We just quit. I have an issue with YouTube because the fact is that they come through and they say that they're demonetizing videos. Okay, that's why people won't go on live or anything more like that. People, I don't understand that. It costs me a camera for less than $30, and I can get on YouTube and I can create a movement. But it all starts with one thing. Is that we have noticed that people don't listen. They don't want to hear it, or you're not interesting enough, or you're not balancing something on your nose, or you're not balancing something on your head, or you're not teaching me how to shoot that some bitch coming out of a window. No. That's what we want is instant gratification. God forbid we get on YouTube and we actually say what we're actually thinking and have a conversation with those who actually think the same way or even different. But actually have a conversation. I'm sorry, a conversation involved in two people doesn't say, well, fuck you back. Okay, whoever's louder wins. What does that solve? I choose not to argue with an individual for 15 freaking minutes knowing that I ain't going to change his mind. Just so I can hear myself talk. It's counterproductive. Used to, you'd be able to get on social media and you could come on and you could actually tweet something, gab something, report something, and you would get an answer. Someone would actually answer you. Because you knew you weren't talking to a hollow room, that there's actually someone there that you could have like a discussion with. But no, we don't do that anymore. Because it's not politically correct. Because we're not getting instant gratification from this conversation. Because all we're on these sites is just to get a pat on the back. Or just to get a hoorah, you're right. Okay. I can go out to my dog and say, you did good. And he goes, hooray. You're not solving nothing. We're not doing anything. Mandalay Bay, we should be forcing to release the investigation. We should be united, YouTube, all of the social media outlets. We should be united, demanding answers. Why? There's 58 people dead. Don't you think that deserves being answered? Or tell me where the investigation is. I hear people, well, it's the government. They're hiding everything. Okay, great. Let's find out why. I remember YouTubers used to get the answers why. No matter what the government put up in front of them, they would actually find a way to get the answers out. Or put enough pressure on people from a group to get these answers. We don't do that anymore. YouTube is slowly dropping out in the ranks of social media because they're banning people who monetize. Okay, don't butthurt me none. I'm still going to get on and tell you what I think. Even if no one's listening. Because the issue is like, you know what, if one person listens, I might start a fire. And that's all it's about. Mandalay Bay, if you look at it, is very simple to define some definite things. Are there one or two shooters? We don't know because they won't let that information out. They're letting information out slowly over time. And why? It's because American people seem to forget. It took a month for people to forget about 9/11. It took a day for people to stop reporting on Mandalay Bay. It took a day when an individual walked through a church and killed parishioners for everybody to stop reporting on that story. Mandalay Bay, all you have to do is look at the kill zone and it tells you right there where the individual was aiming, and it was actually premeditated. Was it 2? Well, they haven't released any information to where we can actually prove that. God forbid they come up and this is going to be like something with JFK. We can't get those records for 75 years, and we're going to allow that to happen because we're not even reporting on it. People on YouTube want credit, and they want credibility, and they want to actually have people tune in and subscribe to their channel. But they can't get on live, or they can't follow events and do their own research and put it on. No live events, what does that mean? Is YouTube censoring live events? I don't know, but you can damn sure look at who's dancing with a yo-yo on live TV. You can even look up mating of the freaking muskrats in New Guinea, and it's live. All reporters are saying they're reported by getting on and putting a camera up on a water tower of their town and then saying such and such live on one freaking red light. We are dropping the ball. Not only that, we're not even swinging at the pitch. We're just letting it go by. How many events need to happen in a row that are being covered up? Does it take social media to respond? Are we that? Have we become that arrogant to where we claim to be that we're the tip of the spear in investigating, but we don't even cover it? And then we rail against the mainstream media. Well, guess what? We're doing the same thing mainstream media does. We have allowed people to shut us up and shut us down. And the simple reason is because, you know what? Most of my people that I used to follow, they don't report anymore. And I counted on those guys to give me up-to-date news. But why did they quit? I'm not getting any money for it. So that's what the bottom line is. So if you're not getting any money for something, you're not going to report the issues. So Abraham Lincoln, in other words, when he got up on the stump and spoke at Gettysburg, he could have said, no, I ain't going to give this speech because I ain't making no money. We have fell victim to capitalization. So the fact is we got to get paid for putting ourselves on the screen and telling people what we think, and then we wonder why people don't listen. I guarantee you after this video, no one will share this video because no one wants to hear bad news. In my research that I found out, nobody wants to listen, but the fact is there were 2 shooters. I have looked at every video that I could possibly look at, and I'm sure there are more. There's too much evidence to tell me there's 2 shooters, and there's a 240 Bravo shooting out of one of those rooms. Look at the brass. If you look at the brass, there were 1,000 brass cartridges discovered at the scene. With that, and you do the math, consider in the rate of time, that means this individual had to be on target every second shot with a bump stock. Why does the military not use a bump stock? Because the fact is that, damn it, it jams a lot. I don't want to talk about Mandalay sometimes because the fact is, you know what, no one's freaking listening. It's not interesting anymore. The first place the FBI cleared was the kill zone. It's on video. My God, don't you get it? Why? Because that's where the biggest mess was. That's the first place where you start tracking the angle of the bullet And the type of weapon. Have we seen them even come out and say what type of weapon these people were shot with? I'm sure a doctor knows. We are allowing it to happen. We are to blame. Because we are worried about what someone else thinks about our video, and we're worried about criticism. Somebody criticizing our opinion, somebody criticizing the way we speak, somebody criticizing me because I wear a hat that just came in from the woods. I don't give a shit. You're not swinging at the pitch. You're just letting it go by. I'll hit the next one out of the park. Damn it, YouTubers. Damn gabbers. Frickin' Facebook. Frickin' Twitter. Have a frickin' point. What good is it to have 1,500 friends on frickin' Twitter and nobody even talks to you? Go on Gab and wonder if anybody is even there. But you got plenty of people posting stuff, but nobody will answer a question. Go on Gab and see how many tweets or posts that they put on are actually racially motivated. I'm not saying that they can't say it. It's just the fact is that if you're watching Gab, you're like, damn, that's the same shit over and over again. People don't like Jews. People don't like blacks. People don't like whites. What? I'm fucking tired of hearing that shit. Report from freaking news. Report truth. Report what you actually sit down and do some research on. And for you investigators or so-called journalists or reporters out there that get on YouTube, okay, you have no credibility anymore. Once you start talking about people on Mount Suvius or aliens or whatever, you're out there, brother, and guess what? We really don't care. What do we care about? What do I care about today? It's having to go to the Walmart, worry about getting shot. I worry about my kids who are grown now and what their kids are going to have to go through and face because we didn't swing at the pitch. Like I said, no one will post this. No one will share. No one will even comment. I wonder if that's right. They're in front of us. He could be right, but what if he's wrong? Do you want to take that chance? If you want to go on YouTube and you want to get news, and like I did, you go to get news first, and you go to get there, you get it from the ground up, and you get first-hand information. That is a place where we start utilizing our First Amendment. I don't know what's worse. Not having the First Amendment or having it and not using it. You bow to YouTube. They're telling you what you can, what you can't post, and they change rules every freaking day. And they ban your channel. You get butthurt and say, well, screw them, I'll go to Patreon. Nobody looks at that shit. We are not here. We are here to disseminate information and receive information because, you know why? Because we can and we need to. We are able to make all the decisions that we make in the world that actually affect the globe. Because we pride ourselves on one thing, that we spread information and we get to the bottom of shit. When do we stop doing that, YouTubers, gabbers, Facebook, Twitters? Every platform, you know, the same. I mean, it's gotten to the point where you can make it. Facebook is where you go for your friends. You have 2,000 friends, but if you wreck your car out here on the highway, ain't but maybe one of them going to show up. Twitter is just for following freaking celebrities. That's what I want to do. I want to go on and follow a celebrity who don't even know who the hell I am and not even going to answer me. But they'll damn sure send you an ad on the next concert. Or I can go to Gab and I can hear all kind of racial comments, and I can tell how many people hate me and how many don't because I'm white, who want to recruit me for being white. You know, I don't need that shit. I'm my own man. I stand for myself. When is this shit going to get real again? Are you going to be butthurt and a snowflake and say, you know what, I can't do nothing about it? Or are you going to stand up and have your voice heard no matter what? I'm still searching on Mandalay Bay, and I'm just like you. I haven't hit a goddamn brick wall. I've hit a freaking cement truck because it's coming at me, and I don't do nothing about it. So this is a prediction. This is where YouTube's going. That's going downhill. Go look at the market. You can see Google getting drugged down by YouTube because of their policies. This is the time to start using them when they need subscribers and they need people. But they need people who are actually investigating something or actually putting something down on proof, because they've kicked out a lot of people because the fact is you're reporting on shit that no, the Luciferians and the aliens and all that shit, all that crap. Okay, great. Flat Earth. Okay, great. I don't care. I worry about getting up my ass in the morning and seeing if I can go down to the Walmart like I said. I want to know what the investigations you come up with. I want you to use your brain, and I want you to look and research and tell me what you think and what you've noticed so I can make an educated decision. I can take your information, compare it to mine, come up with an idea or an explanation. We can't do that anymore. And we don't do that anymore. So basically what I'm telling you today is the censors have won. They have won to the point to where social media has no impact anymore. The government has tried and they've actually tested how long it takes for YouTube to get off message, or Facebook, or Gab, or Twitter. And they utilize that. This situation is going on in Mandalay Bay because they're waiting for social media not to pay frickin' attention. They don't want YouTubers around because the fact is they may miss something, and they already have. Now they got caught in the corner and we don't report on it. Once again, we don't swing at the pitch. So, not out there, I'll go live. Hell, I ain't figured out how to do that shit yet. So I just record like everybody else. That way I don't get in no trouble. Bullshit. Person that ain't getting in trouble or not getting talked about or not being questioned is a person that's looked down on this society. Because god dang we ask why. God dang we try to find out, and we do, and we get the answers. And guess what? Once we get the answers, nobody frickin' listens because nobody cares. So please, YouTube, if you do me a favor, if you want to take down accounts, you want to start where you're the gaming and the screwing of muskrats over in Mesopotamia, and take down the picture of this sand in Africa where the wind blows every once in a while, and that's a big deal. Take down people like Texas News Studio. Guess what? All they reported for 4 months was just North Korea. They didn't pay no attention to what was happening in the real world. People have a clue. Report things that you know and you believe that you have the opportunity to produce and let people see what they can't see. Be neutral about it. You don't have to take sides. Whichever way you want to, but get the word out, YouTubers. I mean, for God's sakes. Please tell me I can go to YouTube and I not have to watch those type of live videos. Please tell me I can go onto YouTube and I can have a conversation, or I can actually bring up facts, or I can actually listen to somebody who I don't know the answer, but I can hear their opinion. Social media has just watched the pitch go by. And the next thing we do when we get ready to swing, guess what? The government's going to throw us a curveball, and we're going to let them. Because we have backed down. All the would have bees, all the could have beens, who the should beens, whatever that could have been somebody on YouTube are gone now. The only one that's really worth shit now that actually does any kind of good videos now is Ben Shapiro. Why? Because he's on there. He does them regularly. Every night you can watch Fox News on your computer. Somebody else, all they do is they just take their computer, they hook it up to the TV, and they go live. Say, yep, Fox News. I got to turn my damn TV on for that shit. So, that's my 2 cents. But I guarantee you, nobody even watched it to the end. I guarantee you nobody will share this shit because you know what? It don't make you feel good. Well, you can feel good right when they put you in those freaking FEMA camps too. You can feel good when the only thing you can get on your computer are games. And that's all you can watch is just the games and participate in games. How far are you going to let this go? How far are you going to go before you wake up? And make a stand? I don't know. Based on past experience, it's probably going to you'll last about a day and then you'll forget about shit. And that's just the cold hard truth, people. You didn't let us down, you let yourself down. Anybody that does that, I call them a snowflake. This is Wolfpack. I'm out.